Hi, welcome to my channel, Psychic Kathleen. Today I'm going to speak with two readings that I did back to back. Both were men. It was interesting. It's always interesting to look at the differences between reading for women versus reading for men. And they are different. Men often bring a different approach, let's say, to similar issues. So the first man who came to see me has seen me before and expressed some concern over his relationship. So he's an ongoing relationship, serious relationship with a woman who does not live with him. She lives here and he moved here to be close to her. They've had a history of difficulties, which he is 100% claiming full responsibility for those problems. She said that she's lost her faith and trust in him and is not able to regain it. And so she started seeing someone else, and now he has a very serious competitor. So he wanted to talk about that relationship, and indeed if I thought there was any reason to be hopeful, because if not, he was going to leave this area permanently and go and return home to where he's from, where he has a farm and family and feels, much more at home, obviously, than he does here. So I pulled some cards and we talked about whether there was any reason that he had to be hopeful. And indeed, I did a full reading with a focus on that relationship. And at the end, the summary, if you like, was the Ace of Pentacles. And I said, there's every reason actually to be hopeful. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, aces are beginnings and pentacles is like earth energy. So this would be like a gift, for example. So I said, well, that's a good sign. However, I thought we better pull some more cards just to see if indeed this is good news or if this is something that's probably not going to work out so well for him. This was the Ace of Pentacles. That was the summary of his reading. And so some of the cards that I pulled, actually, the first card was the Three of Swords, which is the mourning card. So the Ace of Pentacles, which is like the beginning of something new and physical, as soon as I saw that card, I thought that means a new man. So she had apparently stopped wearing an engagement ring that had been given to her by another man, and he was taking some hope from that. But I said, unfortunately, that looks like there's another man that's coming on the scene very soon. And he said, well, she's just started school, so it's possible that she'll meet somebody in class. And I said, well, I'm afraid, yes. And the cards are saying the Two of Coin in answer to that, which suggests there's two men actually going on at the same time. So she's juggling a bit. And would he stay here? The answer to that was the King of Coin. Now, what was interesting about this part of his reading is that we see in the King of Coin, he is being pulled by a chariot and leaving. And what had come up at the very beginning of his reading, which we'd started, was the Chariot, which was where he's vulnerable and what needs his protection is thinking about staying or leaving, obviously, and whether there was any reason to be hopeful that the relationship was actually going to go in any direction. So overall, I said to him in summary, the reading indicates that you will return home. unlikely that this relationship will resolve, and in a manner that you're hoping. I'm sorry to be the bearer of such bad news. He took it well. He said, I'm hoping I will meet someone who does want to make a commitment. He said, I seem to always meet women that don't want to make a commitment. And I said, that's really ironic, because I speak to all kinds of women who say they have trouble meeting a man who can't make a commitment. So he laughed. He took it well, but I think he left with some hope that this is not going to be the case. But he has been here for almost a year, and the trajectory of the relationship really hasn't shifted since he arrived. Now, the second man that came in to see me was a younger man than the first, and his concern was all business. And so he wanted to know, he'd been working, he'd just moved here from, in fact, he'd just been here a week. But he's been living here in this part of the country for about a year. And so far, business has done much better than it had been back east for him. He wanted to know if, financially things were going to get much better. And that warning card had come up, the Emperor. And I said, I think the barrier to the success that you're really hoping for and aspiring to comes up the boss. And so I said it may be difficult to negotiate a better financial arrangement with this boss. And he agreed. He laughed and said that was an understatement. But he was approaching his boss to pay him a salary plus commission. At this point, he had used to be on salary, and now he was on strictly commission. He said, I can't live on it. So we talked about that, and mostly, though, the conversation after discussing business, I said to him that yes, the cards did indicate he would be successful. The Chariot came up, and the Chariot is about setting goals and moving forward. So I said, definitely it's indicating that you will be successful in the future, and that financially you will do better. This came up Temperance, for making things happen for himself as well. So he's obviously kind of a mover and a shaker, and he agreed. He said, I'm a smart man, and when I set goals, I do move forward. The problem is I spend money faster than I bring it in, and so I have enormous debts. And he said, I'm a bit of a gambler, and he said, my luck was really good at one time, and now it's kind of gone south on me, so do you think my gambling luck is going to come back? And the cards answered the Nine of Swords, which, as you can see by the picture, unlikely that his gambling luck will return. In fact, this is a real worry card, which is symbolized by the swords in her head. So I said to him, no, I'm afraid your luck is not returning, and I believe that Spirit has been giving you a message that gambling is not the direction to look for your success. In fact, it's kind of dangerous for you. It's something that could become addictive to you. And I asked him about his health, if his health was okay. And he said, well, it's all right, not great, but he could do better. And I said to him, I just had this kind of intuition about his lungs, and I said, I don't, do you have asthma or bronchitis or anything like that? And he said, well, I smoke. And I said, well, you might want to quit smoking ASAP, because I'm not getting a good feeling about your lungs. And so I pulled the Ten of Swords, which absolutely validated what I was sort of sensing about his health. And I often think with a reading, that's exactly what it does. It validates often the reader's intuitions, feelings, or if you like, psychic ability. I find that happens quite a bit with readings. Anyway, that's all I have to report today. Thank you very much for joining me again. I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Again, if you've enjoyed watching this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, then subscribe. There's a subscribe button below, and there's a notification bell right next to the subscribe button. If you press that, then you'll receive an email notification of when I've uploaded more videos. I do upload videos, or aim to upload videos weekly, and continuing along with this project, hoping to help people understand how tarot readings work, at least work with me. Not everybody does the readings the same. The second client that I saw today, for example, did say that a reader he was seeing in Vancouver asked him to pay her $1,000 to help change his luck. Now, I highly recommend that if you are in that circumstance with anyone in my practice, that you immediately request for a refund, because that is unethical, nor is that possible. No one can, as humans, we don't boss spirit around. I can't tell some spirit to tell you to be lucky, or make your luck for you, or make your bad luck. I can't do that. No one has that power. So don't, that's illegal, actually, to do such a thing. At least here in Canada it is. So I said to him, I'm glad you didn't do that, and I would never, obviously, not do anything like that in my practice. This is how I work. Again, thank you for joining me here today. Bye for now.